So hello there guys, in this video I'll be reviewing the Brank Sports skipping rope. So I've tried many skipping ropes in the past and this is by far one of my favorites. So I'm gonna try my best to give you guys the best review possible, and if you're enjoying the video so far make sure to subscribe and like below. So you bought this skipping rope, so what comes in the box? You get 3 different ropes, and you get the skipping handles themselves, and you get a spare set of bolts for the skipping rope. You get a spare set that has the tightening bolts and it has the rubber pieces that attach to the rope. So the main rope, the third rope, comes pre-attached onto the skipping rope, so you don't even need to do that. So why do they give us 3 ropes, you may ask? The reason is because when you skip, the first thing that goes wrong in a skipping rope is the rope. It usually wears out. So if you use this thing for like a year, it will probably wear out. And it depends on how often you use it and how advanced you are. But usually the first thing to go wrong in a skipping rope is the rope. So the fact that you have 3 of them makes this thing last at least 3 times longer. So what else comes in the box? You get a manual. So this manual shows you what height to have the skipping rope for the optimal performance, and it bases the height on how advanced you are. So usually the more advanced you get with skipping, the shorter the rope, because that allows for more speed and it allows for doing different moves. You've also got a skipping rope bag that comes with the skipping rope. So you could easily pop your skipping rope in it, and you can also tighten it. That's pretty handy, so you don't have to have the skipping rope lying around, you can easily pop it in the bag. So now let's talk about the overall performance of the skipping rope. So the skipping rope consists of bearings, so it uses bearings to keep the skipping rope spinning very fast, and as you can see here, the bearings work very well and they are very smooth and fast. So the cool thing is, this skipping rope doesn't come with the disadvantages that you'd usually get with a bearing skipping rope. So usually the skipping ropes that are used for double unders or skipping ropes that have very fast bearings only tend to stay in a single position, which is predetermined by the shape of the skipping rope. Whereas this skipping rope also has an anchor in the piece that attaches to the bearing, so you could easily do crisscrosses with the skipping rope and you could do all sorts of different moves, and it won't be a hindrance because these can easily change angles while you're skipping. So you could easily do different movements that require extreme angles with the skipping rope. So I really like that about the skipping rope. It is not just for double unders, and it's fast, and you can also do all sorts of different moves with it too. Okay, so what about the rope? The rope that comes with the skipping rope is on the lighter side of the heavier side, if you understand what I mean. So it comes with a metal or a wire-based rope which is coated with a plastic coating, but it doesn't have a very heavy feel. It is fast, but at the same time it is not very heavy, so you can't go extremely fast with it as you might be able to with some other slightly heavier ropes. I found this to be on the lighter side of the heavier side of ropes, if you understand what I mean. So the other good thing about the skipping rope is it is very thin, which you wouldn't find with other plastic or rubber based skipping ropes. You would have a very thick rope, but this is very thin. Okay, so how do the handles feel on the skipping rope? So the handles are made of metal, which is very good. So you get thin handles and they don't feel cheap and rubbish like the plastic ones. They feel nice, they give you a good feeling, and at the same time they allow for very good control of the skipping rope, and they have a nice heavy weight to them that allows for a better feel of the skipping rope. The very cheap skipping ropes are very annoying. You don't feel like you're holding anything and it's pretty frustrating, but this skipping rope has a very nice weight which makes it more comfortable to skip with. So if you've ever broken your skipping rope in the past, this is not going to happen with this skipping rope. You might break the floor with it, but the skipping handle rope, it ain't gonna break because it's made of metal, so even if you smash it on the floor, nothing is gonna happen. I dropped my skipping rope many times and nothing really happened to it. Okay, so the next question on the skipping rope is going to be, who is this skipping rope for? Who is it made for? Is it for boxers? Is it for your average everyday athlete that wants to introduce skipping into his training? Or is it best for CrossFitters who want to do double unders? Maybe you're a freestyle rope guy and you also want to do all sorts of moves with the skipping rope. Is it good for that? And the answer is, I found this to be the most well-rounded skipping rope I have ever used. So you get the speed that comes with the bearings, and that comes with the weight of the thin rope that is metal based. It makes it very fast, but at the same time you don't sacrifice doing angles and doing crosses and doing different moves thanks to the ball bearing that is inside the metal that attaches to the bearing that attaches to the handle. So you could easily change angles without the bearing being a hindrance to the flexibility of the moves that you can do with the skipping rope. So you could easily do all sorts of moves. So if you want to do everything with the skipping rope, this is a great option. Okay, and the build quality on the skipping rope is outstanding, so you are not going to find a higher quality skipping rope than this, or at least that's what I noticed from the past 20 skipping ropes I've used in my life. This one is by far the highest quality skipping rope I have tried. It is fully metal based, everything is made of metal, and there's nothing that can go wrong. There are no plastic pieces whatsoever, so that is great quality there, and I'm pretty sure it's going to last you a lifetime if you take good care. And if you do happen to wear out the 3 ropes that they give you somehow, I don't know, maybe you skip like a madman every day, so when you wear the 3rd rope out, you could also order extra ropes from Brank Sports. They provide with extra ropes, and you could also buy extra rubber pieces and extra tightening bolts. So the rubber pieces and tightening bolts will never fail with you unless you lose them. So if you make sure not to lose them, you won't ever need any extra pieces. So another cool thing about the skipping rope is, I don't know if you've ever tried one of those cheaper skipping ropes that you can also add weights into, and they do everything, and they're made of plastic. So you pop the lid open, you put in the weight, and maybe sometimes they come with a spring, you put the spring in and you close it. And then you try skipping, and all you can feel is the weight rattling around inside the skipping rope. And it is so annoying. This piece of heavy metal weight just rattles everywhere, and it just makes the skipping experience very bad, and it really doesn't do much. The cool thing with this skipping rope is you get a threaded weight, but it doesn't come with the skipping rope. If you want, you could buy it from Brank Sports separately. You could buy weights that screw into the threads in the handles, so these won't rattle everywhere. They won't be rattling. You screw them in and they stay put, and it's metal on metal, so you won't really get any problems. Whereas in the plastic ones, usually they don't really measure anything, and the metal weight just rattles everywhere, and it's very annoying. Another cool thing that comes with this skipping rope is that you get a free training program. So if you visit their website, you'll get 3 different free training programs that will teach you how to use the rope, and they will teach you advanced techniques on how to do moves with the rope for free on their website. So once you get this, you scan the QR code that comes with your skipping rope, and then you can get access to your free training program. Okay, so another problem I've experienced in the past with many skipping ropes is they are usually too short. They're usually something like 2.5 meters or something, and they rarely ever work for me. So I'm on the taller side, I'm 190 centimeters. I will put the feet measurement or the foot measurement in the corner. And usually the problem is they are very short, and they don't give you a long enough cable. So if you are taller, usually you have an annoying problem and you have to work with a very short rope. But with this rope, don't worry, no matter how tall you are, these ropes are 3.5 meter ropes, and they are very, I didn't think that sounded very long when I bought it, but trust me, you can see in this video here how easily you could use this rope no matter how tall you are. So I'm on the taller side, and here's how it works with me. Okay, so what else do you need to know about this thing? So this thing hurts. So if you are a beginner and you have tried doing double unders, or you like training in your shorts or something, be aware, because these ropes will hurt if you would make mistakes. So if you're wearing a t-shirt and you're wearing shorts, whenever you make a mistake, the rope will let you know and you will get a red line. So you won't really have that issue if you are skipping very nicely and easily, but if you are progressing and you're trying to do double unders and maybe even triple unders, that is when you are gonna get hurt by the rope. It won't really do any damage, but it will sting and you will get a red line. So as for the price of the skipping rope, it is not the cheapest skipping rope I've ever bought, but trust me, I've already been through that route and you don't want to go there. So every skipping rope I've bought in the past, you either get a very short rope, or you get a plastic handle that breaks, or you drop it and it breaks, or you get these weird weights that come with the skipping rope and they rattle inside and they annoy the hell out of you, or you get a rope that is too light so you can't even do double unders, or you can't go fast and you can't do moves. Or I've also had ropes that just snap from the handle from where because they don't have a bearing. But this solves all those issues, and you get 3 spares, and you get also spare rubbers and spare tightening bolts. So this is definitely going to last you by far the longest out of any other skipping rope you may try. So is it worth the price? I would say it's definitely worth the price. The price of this thing, when I bought it, it was £25. But prices will vary with time, so make sure to check for yourself, and I will have all the links in the description below. My overall experience with this skipping rope was very positive. I am very happy with it and I train with it every day. And so far it is not wearing out very fast. It is wearing out slower than I expected. And when it does wear out, somehow, I also have these spares, which is very nice to think of. So you would definitely not regret getting this skipping rope. Now, if you were wondering, is this video sponsored because I seem to only be talking about how amazing this skipping rope is? The answer is no, it is not sponsored. I do not even know this company. I just bought the skipping rope and I really like it. And I'm very happy. I have never gotten a skipping rope that was this good, so I am trying my best to help you guys not go through the mistakes that I've went through and not spend as much money on rubbish skipping ropes that don't last. This is definitely the way to go. Okay, so before I end this video, make sure to subscribe below if you haven't and like the video. And if you are interested in sports related topics, I also reviewed a very good punching bag from RDX, so make sure to check that video too. Have a nice day.